Why hello K and Faye YouTubers, the K and Faye Nation. Welcome to Say Faye. That's with a comma. Today we're going to go back to reading another beloved story from our Reddit community of writing prompts. I'm sorry for the poor production last time, but this time you should have the story in front of you. Today I'm going full onesie mode. That's how you know I am serious about to say Faye. But let's get right to it. Let us see what the wonderful world of writing has for us today. Alright. So we're just gonna go to this top one. Normally I would do a randomizer, but I kind of found this one ahead of time and it sounds very interesting. You have the ability to tell how powerful an organization is by looking at its headquarters. However, you've never found which one is number one. Despite walking past many world governments, today you find what is number one. A small flower shop in Tuscany. Interesting. Let's see what we'll get. Well, it's got 8,000 upvotes. That's pretty good for a writing prompt. Alright. Let's see. We don't know who the user is, but we'll see. So this is this guy's first submission. And if he's already the top post, then this guy must be a natural. Alright. Let us begin. Wait. This can't be right. I look around to see if I've missed something. I've been walking in a bit of a stupor, still sweating out last night's binge drinking, pounding music, mental fucking getting right out of hand party. Sorry for the language. People always think of Tuscany as a little piece of boredom wrapped in rolling green hills, blue skies, and stone buildings, and for the most part, they're right. But there is also a vibe here. A night vibe like no other. If you know where to look. Last night started at NOF. Wandered around a fair bit. And finally ended with my waking up this morning on some tourist's couch. Tasting far too much of the inside of my mouth. Maybe I'm just too hungover. Maybe my clairaudience is all out of whack. I haven't really been practicing or focusing on it since my handlers let me go. I'm not supposed to talk about what I used to do, but basically I had two handlers. I worked for an organization with 3 letters, and my job was to use my seemingly unique clairaudience to help uncover secret operations in foreign countries. Foreign to my own 3-letter country, that is. You know, not us. One of my key abilities is that along with discerning information about a place, physically, I'm pretty sure that's misspelled, I could also get a sense of rank and power of that place. See, places where more power exists, where bigger choices are made, where decisions about the future of the world happen, they get a kind of energy signature to them, and I can pick this up. I started off working in a consulting firm, where my ability to determine who to speak to get the deal made by a wild success. Back then, I never revealed my ability. Of course, just said I was a good student of human nature. But eventually my handlers found me, pulled me in, trained me, made me me. You've all seen this movie before. You know how the story goes. And for years, I was their lead, their champion, their little fucking goldmine of information. Traveling the world, finding the real seats of power, the seats behind the seats, as it were. The Kremlin? Incredible, awe-inspiring, completely a red herring. The real magic happens 4 blocks away in a townhouse. 6th most powerful place in the world. 10 Downing Street? Pretty. Very British. Totally worth ignoring. Doesn't even crack the top 1,000. but a secret bunker in Chelsea that I detected one day by accident while walking through a park built over it? Third most powerful. Turns out there's tunnels from there to houses owned by all the big banking families. The Rothschilds, the Weishaupts, the lot. The choices that have been made in there, you wouldn't believe. I genuinely can't talk about the others. My little 3-letter organization does more than just make you sign an NDA when you leave, and I had to leave. Eventually, because they figured, and I figured, I was broken. I could never, no matter where I went or what I did, find number one. The Big Kahuna. The most powerful place in the world. Until now. Except that this can't be right. I'm standing on a tiny street in the Onda area of Siena, Tuscany. The streets are these gray slabs they use here. The buildings all small brick. And Siena's nowhere. No. Where? That's why I came here. To clear my head. To not have to worry about whether my watchers, once your handlers let you go, watchers watch. Forever, I think. They don't want to kill me in case I might be useful one day. They don't have any real use for me right now. But they also don't want to just let me go ramble around whatever I want. We'll be wondering what I'm up to. Nothing is the answer. Hence, Siena. Doing nothing in nowhere. So why is my clairaudience going so fucking mad? It's telling me, with a strength I've never experienced before, that I'm right next to the most powerful place in the world. Across the road is a small used bookstore, and with all my heart, I want that to be it. But I know without a doubt, it's not. It's a flower shop to my right. Fresh St. Joseph's lilies are in buckets on the steps, roses in the windows, sprays of purple and white and green plants. I don't know are all over. I walk in, starting to sweat a bit. Behind the counter, the Italian mama, short, apron, graying slightly, looks up at me and grins. Bella! We thought you'd never make it. What? I don't get it. It's a cliffhanger? Okay. Alright. So, reading through the Reddit comments, may have given the spoiler. That was a very interesting story. It was a lot of in-depth thought about how the character just feels about things. There's not too much context on who these handlers are. It just seems to be some sort of secret Illuminati organization that tries to keep track of, I guess, the world's powers, and the protagonist, he can just sense power, hence the main point of the story. But then he found a flower shop, which happens to be the most powerful place in the world. We'll never truly know what's going to go on in there, but I think it's really cool that he did find it. Some of the other comments are saying that maybe it's just a place for psychics, a place for people like the protagonist to basically hang out and develop themselves. But whatever that place is, they knew who the protagonist was. Her name is Bella, and whatever this most powerful place in the world, it seems that no one can find it except people who are similar to the protagonist. And it's like he's finally, or she may have finally found home. And whatever that home may be, whatever it entails, we'll never know. We're normal people. We're not one of these special psychics. But we should know that she has found a place. She may have just found a place, and I think that's amazing. I think we should all be happy for Bella for finally finding something. So that was well written. Who is this? Who is this written by? Shu Lin. Well, good job, Shu Lin. I'll give you an upvote. I'll give you an upvote. Well, anyways, Kane Fey Tubers. Let's see. Let's transition. There we go. Anyways, Kane Fey Tubers. Also, sorry, yeah, this is an actual battle scar from Muay Thai. You don't want to hear the story. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, we'll leave the say Fey off on a good note. And I'm happy to say that that was a wonderful story. So until next time, I want to hear you say Fey. I'm out.